So, I got the gnocchi yesterday.
Yeah.
And I had gnocchi for lunch. And then we had macaroni and cheese for dinner.
You're a pasta boy.
Yeah, I'm an impasta.
You're acting kind of Alfredo sus. I maybe could have made a joke there, but I didn't want to put in the effort. Just combine two things that makes no sense.
Yeah, I could have made a joke. I didn't. Could have.
Yeah, I recognize that the ability could be utilized at that time.
Just for an extra data point, Sean is going to change stack subtitles from on right now and back to on right now. So many data points.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
The analysts will go crazy. So much data to analyze.
I'm an analyst.
You mean analyze?
No.
No, that's where you're wrong, bucko.
Not today.
What do we say to the god of anal?
Today.
Not today. Get ready.
Now.
Today. Now. Bite the pillow. Very mature here. We play the game.
Hell yeah. Got my old granddad, and I got I got a case of bitters. So I'm trying out some bitters.
A record of births and
Oh, nice.
Yes.
I bought a bunch of apple cider from
and
Roba's,
Elizabeth.
and
I mean,
I've spiked it with some rum.
Her name would be in the
Very tasty. Is this where we were?
Yeah, this is the Doty book at the church. We put it back
the
together.
pages left the church.
Oh.
Look.
Or it didn't save us.
I guess it didn't save.
Putting all the pages, that's fine.
Oh man.
Will Sean remember where they are?
I gotta do all this again.
Hey everybody, welcome back to We Played a Game. We're playing through a very interesting indie game called Draugen, where we play a perpetually overtired Egon from the Ghostbusters being haunted by maybe a ghost Lissy girl. We don't think she's real.
I know.
But she's
Let's
helping
make it a
us, kind
competition.
of. And we're tracking
One
down our
male
sister,
team, me.
Betty, that we are obsessed with finding.
Betty.
We're gonna cook Betty.
I wanted you to find that one.
Betty
I
and
know
her
what a
sister
rotten loser.
Wilma.
what are you doing?
Were they sisters? Or were they just
believe
friends? I don't
I do
remember.
believe in civility.
I believe they were sisters.
Okay.
You found another one? Just one more page
Oh,
missing.
so I'll mention this for everybody who's watching. You and I went out to play
Found
trivia
another one.
yesterday,
You
We
get
did.
it. It's right here.
and that was a good time.
Yeah, it was.
2 for
It was
2.
both frustrating and fun.
Good job.
It was
Betty.
fun-strating.
Lissy, this is
Yeah.
not a game.
Classic horror movie trivia.
Oh, horse feathers.
Yeah, we spent the
Being so
entire
gosh
first
darn
round
tedious.
getting it wrong because we thought they were talking about a
Never
different
shut
Dracula
up,
film.
like-
We thought they were talking about the 1931 Dracula film,
Put
but they
those
were talking
pages
about the
back in
Bram
the book,
Stoker.
and I'll stop trying to
What
cheer
was
you
it,
up.
1992
Dracula? And we would have gotten a lot of those answers right, but we thought they were talking about the other one. So, whoops.
Yeah. And
We probably would have gotten second place if we hadn't fucked that up, but
that was really on us, but
it was.
It was frustrating in the moment because we're like, one of the questions was who played Dracula, and we put Bela Lugosi, who played Dracula in the 1931 film, which I'm much more proud of myself for knowing that than knowing the Gary Oldman fact from 1992.
Yeah, in the role of a lifetime.
In the role of a lifetime.
Matthew
I've never seen you read
McConaughey.
the Bible before.
I've read the Bible many
I was so
times.
mad when I saw that he
It's
marked it
an important
wrong.
document.
And it was like,
For he
oh yeah,
is our peace, who hath made
Bram
both
Stoker's
one,
Dracula from
and hath broken down the
1992.
middle wall of partition
The role of a lifetime.
Did you just
Bela
translate that
Lugosi.
into Old English?
I happen to know the verse by heart.
You still manage to surprise me sometimes.
He's not that much of a heathen.
Yeah, anyway, let me just
For
put this
he is
Bible down.
our
Ah, I'm on
peace, who
fire.
hath
Oh my
made
god.
Both one,
Oh, this isn't
being
the Dottie
smote.
book, is it?
On the middle wall of partition
No. The
between
Dottie
us.
book
Did
is
you
up
just
there.
translate that into Old
There.
English?
Yep.
I happen to know the verse by
Did you
heart.
just translate that into
Still managed
Klingon?
to surprise me sometimes.
Yeah. Ah.
You still managed to surprise me, Captain.
This book goes back years. It lists births and deaths.
For
Here's the
Raider.
third Fretland brother.
For
The one
For
who died in the
Bandelson.
cave-in.
for Bandelson.
Someone
Yeah.
added the word
The son of
Bandelson,
Forbandel.
probably coined
Forader was how long we're
What
going
does
to
that
be
mean again?
playing this game.
curse. That word is all over this book.
Karen
Not just the men who died in
Persieu.
mine, but
Yeah,
other deaths in
EU.
the
Looks
last
like
20
a
years.
Carl
Ruth's
Olsen.
drawing also mentioned a curse.
Carl Jacob Olsen.
What do you think it means?
The long lost
I don't
Olsen
know.
twin.
Surprisingly few
It's
births.
Ashley,
Perhaps they blame that on the
Mary
curse
Beth,
as well.
and Carl.
I was really surprised when I found out that there was a third Olsen.
Ruth Elsa Fretland.
Oh yeah, Scarlet Witch
She was
Olsen.
buried in the cemetery.
Scarlet Witch Olsen.
And
That's
the
the
next
one.
entry, Simon Fretland.
Nikolai.
Now, this is interesting.
Simon.
Simon
Buckland.
is dead?
Mord.
More.
Drowned.
Doesn't that mean
Day
child?
After Ruth died.
I
Probably
think it
no
just means
coincidence.
dead.
See what's scribbled
Oh.
next to it?
Mord?
Murder.
Oh, murder.
Killed him.
Spoilers.
Ruth's
Jesus,
father?
fucking game.
Or the mob that
Wait.
trashed the store?
Forader.
Doesn't say.
For Raider.
Tornado?
After the children.
For Raider
Doesn't
meant
deaths
traitor,
in a
right?
single week.
For Bandelson
You-
meant
The
cursed?
It's listed as the
Yeah.
cause for every single death.
Oh, the
Maybe
curse
there
for
really was a
Bandelson.
curse.
Primitive superstition.
Primitive superstition.
After Ruth and Simon. It might explain why there's
Sigurd.
no one around.
Edward, if it
Death
killed
by
everyone,
Sigourney
how's
Weaver.
that not a curse?
No.
What does that word say? Next to those names at the bottom.
Forader.
Forader.
Traitor.
Turn the page.
No, it's turncoat.
For Bandelson!
For Ban
Ban
Nelson.
Final entry.
What are we gonna do about Nelson?
Ban him.
We must ban
There's
him.
no name.
Slash ban.
Alice. What if
Oh, Edward, no.
Betty?
It
What if
doesn't mean
Betty-
she's...
She's not dead. She can't be.
She's just for Bandelson.
I know.
Teddy.
I need to see the grave for myself. It's not Betty. Betty's still alive.
Teddy? Where are you
I
going?
can't ring the bell.
Don't leave me.
I don't like that sound. Can you stop doing that?
Edward!
You better not be here, Betty. Never forget.
Betty.
This one.
Betty.
It's
Oh,
I'll
good.
dig
We
up
do
your
get to
fucking
use the
body,
shovel.
Betty.
What are you doing? Have you gone completely mad?
No, I don't have enough power yet.
She's still alive!
I can hear her breathing. She says, "Please help me, Edward. I am for Bandel Nelson."
it's not her. It's not.
How did he get the face that clear with a shovel?
Right?
Like, how did he not
Have you done?
jam straight into that face with that thing?
It's not Elizabeth. I
Now are we
was afraid,
now are we cursed because we dug up the dead?
But I had to be sure. If
My
Betty-
To hell with your Betty. When did she ever shed a tear for you?
You didn't know her.
My baby sister.
Or
What happened to your right arm?
Or
Oh, there it
what,
is.
Edward? What will you do? Ignore us?
Is it fucking gone?
Gone.
Oh no.
Your entire life chasing. When are you going to do something useful with what's left of it?
After I've had a good rest.
Leave me be.
Leave
me sleep.
alone.
Fine.
What?
See,
What?
Alice,
What?
Mr. Stark, Mr. Edward, I don't feel so good.
don't leave me alone.
Ah!
Come back.
Wow, Thanos went back in time and really fucked up the timeline.
He did. Oh, now we can ring the bell all we want. She's gone.
I was just thinking,
Ding
ring
dong.
the
The
bell to
bitch
piss
is
off her
dead.
ghost.
Yeah, she just spawns back. She's like, please stop doing that.
Stop it.
I can still hear it from beyond. Oh, but we gotta dig up all the graves just to be sure.
That's, oh man, it's like so many graves.
Yeah,
gonna take
I
a
wish
nap.
Lissy were here to do it for us. Yeah, we gotta go take a nap. You boy.
Oh, there
I
she
was
is.
afraid you left me.
I knew she wasn't real. She's... What? It didn't even let me choose. Skittish little
Alright, hear me out, right?
bitch. Alright.
Alright, so Lissy, maybe really it's like Lizzie and like Elizabeth, Betty, and this is like our mental image of her when she was younger.
That could definitely be. She won't sit still though. Oh, god damn it.
Oh my god, Lissy, how'd you get over there? How'd you teleport like that, Lissy? Instant transmission? Can you teach me?
Listen, please listen to me. I didn't mean what I said.
Of course you meant it. Everything's always about Betty. Betty.
Betty.
I care about you both.
Marsha.
It's obvious.
This is a horror game.
I wish she was.
Oh,
Don't.
she's transparent. Lissy, wait. If Betty's dead, I don't have anybody else. Oh
All I
man,
have is my Monets.
that's my resting spot. I'm gonna push you off.
Push.
Please, talk to me.
What's there to talk about?
You can't keep running away from me.
We need you.
You think you own me? That you control me?
Very possibly.
That you get to decide how I feel and what I do every minute of every day? That I'm your puppet?
Is she a
Your little
ghost?
plaything?
Or just like a figment of his
Fuck
imagination?
you, Edward Charles Harden.
Oh shit.
I never should have come here with you on this pointless
We don't
trip.
use the hard fuck on this
Be
channel.
reasonable.
Fuck that.
Well, yeah, watch what?
Watch your fucking
Watch your
mouth.
profanity.
Watch
Lissy.
your profanity.
Please watch your profanity.
Where'd her go?
Where'd Lissy go? Where's Sandwich? Oh,
What are you doing?
Oh,
What I should have done years ago.
what is this, the Omen?
Appreciate us.
yeah.
Please listen.
Stop,
Hear
wait,
me
don't.
out.
Stop.
Don't do this.
Wait.
You
Come
can't
back.
do this to me.
What is she doing? What's she doing? No, this is not happening.
I'm not
She can't
home
do this to
without
us.
you. I can't
To me,
live
she
this way.
can't.
I can't live without you. Don't, please, don't, no. What? No.
Oh, I thought she was gonna disappear. Lissy, you
So-
cool?
I also thought that.
We pushed her finally. We did
Huh?
it. Nani?
Oh, Alice,
She's gone for the great rest.
what have you done?
The
Oh, boy.
final rest.
I'm tired. A life.
You make me sick, Edward.
Oh my god.
Your mother and father would be ashamed.
Betty?
Elizabeth would be ashamed.
Oh, not Betty.
They did not think you deserved their
Could
love,
also be named Betty.
so they abandoned you.
The angel. Betty.
Oh, my child.
Oh, God.
We
Don't do
are
that.
all that
Don't
you
blink,
have.
She-
And we love you.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
We
I have to
are
keep her in
here.
my sight.
With us, you are never alone.
Are any of us ever really alone?
not
Thanks, big brother.
Forget.
No,
The 5th of not November.
never.
You know what's kind of bullshit about the Sleeping Angels? And I know you didn't really watch that show.
I am never alone.
They're basically described as like having super speed and super strength. As long as you're not looking at them. So like while they're not observed, they can go like incredibly
yeah, it's like
fast.
Quantum shit.
It's kind of stupid. Like as soon as you look away, they could be a mile away. As soon as you look away, they could be right on top of you.
Wake up, Edward.
You promise?
Talking about
Oh my god, how'd you get in here?
Hiding.
I'm resting.
I was just resting.
Lissy, Betty, you?
Without her, he's nothing. Her absence feels like drowning. He has lost an entire day and he fears for her. He fears for Betty. He thought he'd left his demons behind him in his genteel prison, but they have come with him.
Oh my.
Where you go, we go.
These are my
Edward.
demons?
You cannot hide from
Very
us.
With
pretty.
demons like these, who needs angels?
Lissy.
Alice is not
Who
here.
needs? I could be your angle, baby. I could be your devil.
Please. I need her.
Alice does not love Elizabeth like you do.
She
I could
loves
learn
me.
to not love
Not
Elizabeth.
Like I do, Edward.
I could learn to love this mannequin. New Elizabeth.
Please.
New Betty.
She's
I'm so tired, please, he said.
she's
I
pretty.
think of you so
Oh.
often. You have no idea.
You just want me to forgive you so that we can keep looking for your precious, perfect Betty.
She needs us.
She
She
needs
never
us.
needed you, Teddy Bear. And she certainly doesn't need us.
I
But-
can't find her on my own.
Well, it's just too bad, my darling Edward. Because we're done playing second fiddle to little sis.
Wait, don't.
Why are you so-
I'm talking to you.
Is she like our ego or our id? Or the part of our
Hey.
brain that controls jealousy or some shit?
Yeah, but she's like our older sister, whereas Betty is our younger sister, apparently.
Do sisters normally get jealous of each other over their brother's attention
Sure.
in their
Oh,
in
over
adulthood?
anything.
I guess. I only had one sister, so I don't know the sisterly dynamic.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Lissy.
What do you see, Lizzie? Storm's coming, Annie. Better get home.
You're looking at the goblet of fire, Lissy.
Don't put your name in.
Lissy.
I can't
won't
lose
she?
you to the Tri-Wizard Tournament, Lizzie.
Why won't she listen? Why won't she listen? Please.
Please. Lissy. Listen. You can't
Hey,
keep vanishing.
Listen.
Try.
Why are you so angry?
You do not know anger,
Ah.
Edward.
Oh, okay.
Do you ever meet my father?
Alice does not want to speak with you.
You might have heard of him, Darth Vader. Pretty angry guy.
Are you going to help me?
God helps those who help themselves.
I don't.
I've
need God's
altered
help.
my mood.
I need
Pray, I
Lizzie.
do not alter it
Do you,
further.
though? Did you ever?
What? Of course.
Is Edward having a complete mental break right now?
This is only day 4. Oh, boy.
I don't
That's
feel
too much
freaked
for
out.
Edward's brain.
I just sort of feel like Edward is having a hard time with things right now.
Yeah, I'm not like this isn't scary for me. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Maybe he just needs a rest.
This poor guy.
Oh, the kitchen. Forader.
So we saved that chair to sit in later. Oh my god, there's just meat
Is
there.
a recipe? And it still looks pretty good. It must be salted.
Haunch of Betty.
Look.
Hannibal wrote the recipe.
Oh, okay. I thought something was weird with the flag. Lissy? Is she gonna be a demon? She refuses to listen.
Alice. Don't go.
This
Hear
seems
me out.
fruitful.
I depend on you both.
You can never depend on other people, Edward.
Oh, facepalm,
Sure you
right?
count as other people.
Reddit.com/r/facepalm.
One way or another.
You don't. You can't.
Is that a challenge?
You're a statue.
Stop playing games.
Are you
Is that a
ordering me,
challenge?
Teddy Bear?
I'm asking you.
Didn't your father always tell you to stand up for yourself? To be a real man and not a sissy?
Yikes, can we turn down this
Whoa.
toxic
That's why he put the
masculinity?
gun to his head, pulled the trigger. Kaboom! He was so disappointed about what his
Wow.
only son had turned into.
A Ghostbuster? You gotta be shitting me.
Old freak.
My son is no Ghostbuster because I have no son! What's going on right now?
I have no ghost and I must bust.
Bustin', 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 bustin'.
Freaky ghost, Lissy.
Feel good, feel good.
Forader makes me feel good.
You were here.
I just hope we don't get for bandled. Lissy. I found Betty's coat, Lissy. Hey,
Could you put it on? You could be the new Betty. I want a
She
new Betty. One
must
that isn't
listen to
fucking
me.
dead.
I'm tired of chasing you. Alice, be reasonable. I'm trying to talk to you.
Boy, this
Lucy,
game's
look.
broken record right now.
Her jacket. I'm sure it wasn't here yesterday, which means
Look,
Betty was
her
there.
jacket.
Perhaps when we were out yesterday.
Negan, you left your jacket.
No.
Oh my
You
god.
love Betty more than you love us. But don't you see? What has Betty done?
Who the
that
fuck
we
is
haven't?
us?
What can she do that we cannot? We've always been there for you. Why
Maybe
do
he
you
like
keep looking
neglected
for
the
her?
rest of his family.
You're not.
So?
She's not real. Nailed it. Sorry, what'd you say?
Decide what is real.
He neglected
We
the
are
rest of
real
his
to
family,
you.
it sounds like.
Oh, maybe.
The same.
Maybe he neglected the demons, or angels, or memory ghosts.
Yeah.
Could go
Memory
anyway.
ghosts.
Oh my god.
Who are you talking
Why
about?
do
To
you
join
think
the
Betty
US
left?
military.
She was sick and tired of us. She wanted to escape.
Like mother,
Drowning herself because she couldn't stand being around us.
like father.
Bang!
Oh,
Right
God.
in the coconut.
Stop.
You drive them all away, Edward.
Right in the coconut.
All into death.
Not us.
I'm feeling very ganged
We're
up on right
always
now.
Here for
I
you.
beg
Yeah.
Never
Camera 1, camera 2, which one?
alone.
Oh, she wants a hug.
Stop! Leave me alone.
Boobas!
You want to be alone?
You really want to be alone?
Fine. You're alone.
Good.
The voice of the angel is, or demon or whatever, is very familiar sounding.
Yeah, it kind of sort of sounds like, makes me think of the voice of the gods from, God of War.
Lissy. Come back. Please.
I wasn't really thinking about it, but it does sort of,
Locked.
it's sort of how it's resonating in my mind.
Don't leave me.
Excuse me.
Don't die.
Oh no, I'm dead.
Ah,
For Bandersnatch.
that was the Black Mirror movie.
Yes, it was. Bandersnatch. I enjoyed it.
For Bandersnatch.
For
Oh, don't
Bandersnatch.
spoil it on me. It's the only Black Mirror thing I haven't watched. I do need to watch it, though.
Really?
Yeah, I do want to watch it at some point. I just finally caught up on the other, like, season 5 episodes, like, a week or two ago.
I don't
Smithereens is really good.
know. Which one was Smithereens?
It's the one, it has the actor who played Moriarty in the BBC Sherlock. Scott Andrew, I think his name is. Andrew Scott.
Oh, is he the one that kidnapped the Mark
employee,
Zuckerberg villain?
Yeah,
Or he was like
yeah.
threatening that guy?
yes, yeah, Topher Grace. Yep.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Black
was
Mirror is a
that was
really good show.
It is.
The last season is weird. It sort of dumps a lot of the horror, or some of the horror tropes.
Yeah, there was the one episode with Miley Cyrus that was almost like a Disney Channel movie,
Yeah.
like Smart House level.
Like
Shit-
Agent
shit
Cody
going
Banks
on.
kind of shit.
Yeah, but they also throw in like, oh, also some people die or whatever. This is fucked up. Here's Miley. It's the best of both worlds, Disney and horror. Yay! We were the Tower of Terror all along.
Black Mirror has a lot of good episodes.
Do we black out and all our Pokemon faded and we got mugged and now we're at the Pokemon Center?
Yeah.
Is that you?
Oh, thank you for
Well-
explaining that.
We didn't have any Pokemon, so when we got into the fight, we just blacked out instantly.
Oh, thanks, Professor.
He didn't even give us a Pikachu.
He's like, Pokeball, go! And it's just empty. It just opens up like popcorn falls out. You're like, shit.
His grandson, who was actually named Assface,
Oh, yes, that's right. Ashface.
decided to steal all of the all of the Pokemon.
Oh, that's right.
And
Butt
his-
rope.
And his grandfather's just like, yeah, that's fine.
What was his name again? Assface. Yes.
Assface. Assface, come here.
That's right. Bitcher. That's right. Butt rope.
But
Butt rope. Yes, of course.
rope of the butt.
When you're all out of Irregular rope, you gotta turn to what life gave you butt rope.
Are you in there?
Kick it
Open the
down.
door.
Slam
It's
it.
getting worse for
Stand away
Betty
from the door.
and me. I'm making myself a very strong enemy. Oh, we're gonna need a rest after this.
Oh, man. That was a fucking bird.
Oh my god.
Hey, flying like that.
No. No,
How you doing?
no.
Oh, Betty, she's just having a rest.
Thank you.
I'm ready for some mortuary assistant
thought it was you, Betty.
waking up and being like, "You did this to me."
Who?
Oh, man. I feel like it's gonna happen, right?
Anna. Oh, that's Anna's body. Okay.
Oh, okay, so we're saying thank you because it's not Betty.
Yeah.
I
Closure. All right, time to go home. Phew.
Oh, Betty's dead. Okay.
Dear diary.
Now I
Time
can
to
get some
rest.
sleep. Is this a
You said this was
flask?
a gift from another unlucky
A lighter.
sinner.
No, this is a
Betty would
lighter.
Would have left this lighter here by accident. He knows the lighter is precious to Elizabeth, an object of sentimental value. Breadcrumb.
It's precious to you. You wouldn't have left it here unless... A signpost.
Oh.
A breadcrumb.
Well, maybe she was just smoking by the
What's so
window.
important about the Fretlands?
I'm so forgetful.
I will figure this out. I will find you.
You just get
Promise.
sniped from like a mile away.
You just
No one
see
will
like a
ever
little...
know.
There's like a little glint out in the distance, and then... and then
Enjoy your
this-
rest.
We repaint this wall, and what does this say?
Just like your precious Betty.
Dressed as his wife.
I've taken up sniping. Sniping is a hobby.
Snipers, take him out! Oh, I can't.
I got jackals in the courtyard.
For some reason, distraught is like it's stuck to the screen, so I can only pick distraught.
Okay. Distraught handwriting.
Can I?
Nope.
All right.
Did you notice the handwriting, Betty? He was clearly distraught.
Betty.
Knock, ere knock.
Knock or knock.
Enough is enough.
Look, man. Knock or knock.
After decades of strife,
I love to knock those knockers, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. My favorite part of the woman
I am
My favorite
is
part
the
of the female
knockers.
is the knockers.
20 years I've kept my silence about our discovery.
Tilgy.
My silence has only led to misfortune.
Oh, that's Gimli's dad, I think.
Cowardice
Yeah, that's the one.
only led to death.
And my
Make
axe.
Frederick pay
Wasn't he
for
the-
what
And
my
was,
sniper rifle.
for what
Wasn't he
they
the son of the
done
guy
to
in the
our
show?
Ruth.
The Rings of Power.
When it is over,
I haven't watched that.
I will let the
Oh.
ocean take
Doran?
you
Maybe.
and Ruth.
Doran, son of
God forgive
Tiggly,
me.
son of Tigger, son of
And
Giggler.
he was already dead when he wrote this. He had no one else
Call me
to confess
Tolkien.
to.
He's dead.
What now, Betty? Johann
call me if
went
you
to
can.
confront his brother,
Call me maybe.
probably at Frederick's farm.
Hey, I just met you.
And then
You're at a gravesite. But maybe
You're
the
real
beyond is
crazy.
different, so call me maybe.
followed Johann to Frederick Fretland's farm. And then
Oh,
to the
man.
mine.
Gravesite does not rhyme with maybe, but that's fine.
I'm real jealous of her. Oh man.
Oh man,
I'm not allowed to pick farm.
she's mine all farm. Mine all mine.
Hang on. No.
Nope, you're cursed.
No. Oh no, I'm cursed. Betty would not have stopped.
You
at
are
the farm.
for
She would've gone on the
Bandelson.
Let this go, Betty.
No.
Follow your story. To
I'm
the
for
end.
Raiderd. What was for
All the way
Raider?
to the end.
Freighter is
Traitor. For Raider was
traitor.
traitor.
Yeah.
For Bandelson was like cursed.
Cursed. Yeah, that was the cause of death for many people.
Was this book here before?
I don't know. When I'm
But
playing a
probably.
piano. I don't know.
And the other hand is jerking
Yes.
off. I lost the thread a little bit.
I got one hand in my pocket, and that hand is the one that's doing the secret jerking off.
Jerking off twice at the same time.
I cut a hole in my pocket so I can secretly jerk off. Oh, you were ahead of
bus.
your time, Alanis. What if God was jerking off? He's trying to get his rocks off.
Just like it.
Doing
just like
the
everyone else.
stranger on a bus. Trying to make himself come. Anyway, you're welcome
Freighter.
for that.
What led you to this place?
Ingen Algen for Freighter.
You didn't do what I was going to.
You gotta. You gotta do it to him.
All these fragments. You'd piece them together into a story, wouldn't you, Betty?
Betty.
So,
Betty.
what do we know?
What do we know, Betty?
Frederick Fuckland.
Johann and Frederick are partners, and on good terms. Something happens in the mine. Disagreements lead to a falling out.
It's
End of it all. 20
mine is
years
actually
later, Johann
like
walks this path to
a symbol
confront
for
Frederick.
gay sex. That's what it's all about. The brothers were gay butt stuff doing.
Was
with
this
each
your
other.
doing, Johann? Did you burn your brother's farm to the ground?
Isn't this channel canceled yet?
Where were you, Betty? Did you witness their fall?
Did you leave me? Betty.
Sorry, my dog really had to go pee.
Okay.
I had to let her out.
Safe.
Oh, we found it. Oh my god. This is like lagging out there.
And I feel like we have to find the combination, and it's not gonna let us do anything until we do.
Oh boy, can't just Google it?
Yeah. It's not like you just play with the. You can't just play with the dial.
It's probably like the year someone died or something, like on the gravestone over there. That's a trope.
Yeah, probably. Simon Fuckland.
He was
Simon's grave.
12.
Born
14.
December
I'm good at
5th,
math.
1909. Died September 17th, 1923.
Was Simon the kid
Safe.
that they
Frederick would choose
thought killed
numbers that
Ruth?
meant something to him.
Yes.
Why bury Simon here, and not at the cemetery?
Because he's the Freighter.
If the village blamed him for Ruth's death,
Why bury him at all?
I could really use your imagination, Betty. You'd figured this out in
Oh
no
my
time.
god. Is Betty
Enough
gonna
about
show up?
Betty.
Is Betty just going to appear in our eyes?
She's in the safe. We got
Gotta get her out. I'm
It's
gonna
like
pry it
Jason,
open with a shovel.
Donkey Doug or whatever. Maggie Fuckland.
Nothing
She
here.
was 29. I'm 29, which is really old for this time.
It turns out that Edward is like 14.
My whole life I've been trying to figure out where Betty went.
But he's like,
Betty's like 9. She traveled to Europe all by herself. No, she drowned on trying to get to Europe.
yeah.
She was 9. Sailing by herself. What did you think would happen, Edward?
You had to grow up real fast 100 years ago.
Lissy was my older sister. She was 15.
Man, I'm getting some gameplay lag here.
Yeah, right? Fuckland.
Fuckland,
Age. Sex.
1897.
Location is 1897. What year is it? We can effectively destroy doors. We've learned this.
Yeah, let's just bash it down.
No
Is that an
door
option?
stands in Edward's way. I don't think so.
Except for this one.
Yeah, I guess.
One more time. Oh man. There's got to be something else over here, I guess, in this burned out Fuckland house.
Well, maybe now we can try one of the years on the safe. Now that we looked at the graves.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
That's why I'm here. To stop our channel from getting canceled.
Oh, we got that guide ready.
What do you reckon, Manny?
Oh, fuck.
Simon's birthday.
That's what I would have went with.
I clicked that by accident. It's Simon's birthday!
Good work, buddy.
What if they're both right, but you get different shit depending on which one you pick?
Oh, it's like an Indian in the cupboard, fucking, or
Most likely from the
House
same
Moving
treasure
Castle
you
kind of shit.
found.
Yeah. I'll pretend like I know what you're talking about.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Actually,
have
no,
you ever seen
explain.
House Moving Castle?
I have. I've seen both of the movies that you just referenced, but I don't remember.
Well, like,
Dear Fred,
his castle has the door that can, like, change where it's located. So, like, 1 second you could open up the door and his shop, like the magic shop, would be there.
concerned about you
And then the
both.
next, like, it wouldn't be there and it would just be an empty abandoned home.
No word from you for
Depending on, like, what time you open the door.
Okay.
all of us still heartbroken.
Oh, and then
about
Indian
what
of the
happened.
Cupboard, it was
I know
like
things
depending
are
on which way you
different
turn the
for
key,
you,
right?
Simon.
Yeah, you had to, there was some kind of special ritual to, like, see the Indian.
The ritual is drugs.
The secret ingredient is crime.
We expect you to take care of this problem. If the
Uh-oh.
discovery is made public, the authorities will intervene and the mine will be shut down.
Oh, it's always some
Should
fucking
this happen,
corporate
we
company.
consider it a breach of our contract.
It all comes back
Withdraw
to,
our investment.
to
You and your
Capitalism.
fucking capitalism.
debts and losses.
Ghosts? Capitalists.
Convinced to wall up
Freighters?
We've
Capitalism.
already dealt with the worker who made
Ghostbusters
this.
capitalism.
Oh, for sure.
Capitalism busters, ghosts.
That's not even like
This
a
must be for that
leap
check.
in logic.
No.
The Ghostbusters are absolutely capitalist because
Guardian
of
angel
Ray
showed
mostly, because he's like he literally just found out about ghosts and he's like, you mean we have to, people have ghosts in their house that they need gone?
Yeah.
We're gonna make money off of that.
And we can fuck them?
They even at one point like threatened to not
Johann and Frederick discover something in the mine.
remove
he-
ghosts from someone's
to-
house as like
To
a
put the
threat.
ghosts back in the hotel.
Yeah,
Because the guy's like, you just caused all this damage. They're like, oh, well, we'll go ahead and throw that back in there for you.
Public.
like if ghosts were real and people had the technology to do that, I feel like that should become like a
Paid.
utility almost.
Their
Yeah.
secret stays hidden.
We wouldn't allow free enterprise to just decide who gets haunted and who and who gets to be free of the ghosts.
The investors pull out.
We can't afford to get Grandma out of here, I'm afraid.
To his neck in debt.
Stop marrying black people, Grandma. One of these days, we're going to have enough money to get rid of your bigoted ass.
Call it the Ghostbusters. Could you get rid of my grandma? She's a fucking racist.
Yeah,
What kind of ghost is she? Oh no, she's still alive actually.
She's in the spare room. She's sleeping now. If you hurry, you can catch her.
She's old enough she might as well be a ghost. Can you just like kill two birds with one stone?
Yeah. I see my death when I look at her.
By two birds, I mean both my grandmother and her ghost.
Yeah. If you have any, like, special bullets.
Do you have any idea what's going on right now?
No. No, I do not.
Perfect.
The company, the bank wants to shut down the mine if he doesn't cover things, and they pretended it was a curse to cover up the fact that they were going to lose money from the bank.
Frontland feud tears the village apart. Setting
I think one of the
neighborhoods
brothers
in-
kept trying to cover it up, and the other one was like, no, we should tell people what happened about the mining disaster or something.
Ruth stumbles across the secret.
No.
I think that's why they started feuding.
It was a curse.
The truth may finally come.
Lied to the people, lied to the banks.
It was capitalism. No, it was for Benton and Nelson. You've seen him. We've all seen him. Oh no, are we... Is this Milton's story or whatever?
Milton. No, actually, Milton's story was the Unfinished Swan, a separate game that came out on.
Oh wait,
PS3.
shit, not Milton. Who is Wilbur? Who's the guy on the train
Oh,
tracks?
Walter.
No
Walter.
matter
That's
who
right.
you stand with, Things escalate. More people die.
People die!
Disease,
When Lissy's angry, people die.
suicides.
Alright, before I go that
Mine.
way,
What? Oh, you gotta
I'm gonna
check the
sprint
other way.
this way. Yeah, because that way I had to climb.
Yeah, this is definitely an RPG, so definitely go check that out.
Oh, wow, that's really interesting. There's a little ramp here that goes up over the fence, but I can't walk over the fence here.
Huh.
It's like classic video game mechanic. A ramp that goes over a fence
Yeah, in a game where you can't jump, you're like, yeah, that makes sense.
with an
It's
invisible
very Zelda.
wall.
Yeah.
At least in 3D Legend of Zelda games, usually when you ran at the end of a walkway, you would jump automatically.
True.
Looks like somebody collapsed the pathways here.
Oh, is it part of the mine collapse? Or they
I guess
just
it
threw rocks
must
down,
be.
I guess.
Yeah, they threw. Hang on. Look at the size of these things. You think someone just threw these? No, they got frost giants for that shit.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah, the frost giants did. They hired them. Capitalism.
The Fucklands are clearly in cahoots with the frost giants to give themselves an extra buck.
Are you part of
you
the
know-
Nordic frost giants or the Fuckland frost giants? Which sect of our clan are you a part of?
That's the real
You know,
curse
like,
of Grovia.
I have no problem with frost giants. Some of my best friends are frost giants. But that just
Grandma from the spare room, stop marrying frost giants! Oh my god, Grandma.
You weren't out with that frost giant boy again, were you?
They're going to make everything in your life cold.
They're going to destroy their minds, I tell you that. Grandma, it's time for bed.
It's 2 p.m. It's bedtime.
It's bedtime. 4-8er. You smother her.
Ah, you finally learned my native tongue.
At least she
And
could
she
die
dies.
proud. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, I'm so proud of you.
Det Hiviler and Forandels over Detested.
This place is cursed. Ridiculous.
Sean just read that.
Yeah, perfectly.
Ridiculoso. Oh, the head for the doll.
El
You gotta
Dollar.
screw that back on,
was
or
here.
burn it.
The day she fell.
Oh, okay, so Ruth died at the mine.
Alright, hang on. Why the fuck am I only restricted to the one answer? I think the game is broken?
Definitely.
What am I truly searching for in this desolate hole under the
Ruth
mountains?
was here.
In this
There was
hole!
someone else, and she ran.
Get that for
All the
her.
way to
For the thumbnail.
You know what happened, Betty? Did you witness
Betty.
it?
Oh, maybe Ruth saw the mine collapse and went to tell someone about it? No, I don't know.
Betty, are you in there?
Boy, someone better, like, give me an epilogue or
answer
something
me.
here.
Ruth did look for treasure. Maybe she found that treasure, like, in the mines.
Oh.
I mean, the treasure's got to be connected to the mines somehow, right?
Definitely. Are we gonna
Maybe
find some
they-
Draugen in here?
Maybe they were, like, faking a mine collapse to hide the fact that they found treasure.
Oh.
I don't know that for sure. Oh, but they looks like they dug up. Can I crouch? I don't think I can crouch. We're gonna crouch when we do this. I
Hey.
fully expected
This is
something to reach out and grab my
Mother's
hand as we
pouch.
grabbed that.
You always wore this. You wouldn't take it off unless.
You were naked.
Getting naked. You were getting down and dirty.
Let's see.
What am I not seeing?
The fourth dimension.
The Forader.
Woo! Look with your special eyes.
It's Pazuzu. the demon from The Exorcist. Something I learned for
Oh
that
boy.
quiz.
Oh no. Don't like this.
We're in a vagina now.
Oh, why? But
Just a
why?
bird.
But why? But why?
Relax about it. Oh, we're gonna cause another mind
Relax
collapse right
about
now.
This is fine. Press shift to run.
Run!
Oh, it's Laura Croft now, baby.
I appreciate that run was in all caps with an exclamation mark. It's It's like, yeah, you're gonna need to fucking run, buddy. Bye.
We definitely need a rest after day 4.
Oh man.
No more fuckline.
This is day 5, actually.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, we're on day 5.
Muppy.
Betty.
Betty? Elizabeth? Is that you?
No, I'm just trolling you.
Where are you?
I'm a frost
I'm on my
giant.
way, Betty.
Don't tell your grandma about me.
Alright, prediction. We're gonna end up living in this village, and we're going to imagine all the villagers, and we're just gonna live here truthfully in
Where
isolation,
you are.
but
coming.
in our mind, in a full village of people.
Or we're gonna raise everyone as the dead through necromancy and live amongst the Draugen.
Draugen.
Edward, where are you?
We will eat the
I'm on my way.
Draugen.
Draugen punch. Draugen punch. Draugen kiss.
Kiss, we kiss the Draugen.
Edward, please, hurry!
First we restrain the Draugen. Then we seduce the Draugen.
Alexander, Nina, is that you?
Then we kiss the Draugen. Hang on. I don't know. I don't think this is the right course of action.
Almost there.
I'm almost there. Betty. Lissy. Angel of Death.
That's what God said while he was jerking out on the bus.
I'm almost there, Betty.
I'm almost there. Yeah.
Whoa. Jerking on a
Almost
prayer.
Jerking
my
on a
hand.
greyhound.
Take my hand. We'll jerk it, I swear. Whoa. Coming
come-
in my pants.
You come too
Sorry,
fast,
is
she
that
said.
too far?
I'll show you coming too fast. I'm on a greyhound.
I'm coming.
Nothing gets
said
me
that-
hotter than public transportation.
Edward, is that you? I'm in here.
Oh,
It's the mannequin.
Thank God.
is she in my bed?
Thank God.
Maybe I could take a rest.
Oh boy. I'm gonna smooch Betty and take a rest.
Lissy's gonna kill us now.
What?
Elizabeth, there you are. Finally.
We really losing it, huh?
You have no idea how long I've been looking for you. You had me so worried. I Look. Your brooch. Mother's brooch.
Oh, I thought I
You
would
must
take it
have
out.
lost it at the mine.
Yeah, same.
Let me
Gotta
put it
pin
on
that
for you,
brooch.
Betty. I wouldn't want you to lose it again.
Ow!
Release the Draugen.
Oh, he was just seeing what he wanted to see.
She's been dead for 30 years, Edward. Elizabeth was never here. But we didn't come for her. We came for Johann, and Anna, and Frederick, and Simon, and Ruth. We're here to tell their stories.
No. Elizabeth. She's here.
You know Betty died when she was a baby
Then how do I
She
have a picture
drowned.
of her?
in the pond. And you found her. You were just 11. You carried her to your mother. And your mother,
She hated you for that.
she could never forgive you for bringing her baby to her. And you could never forgive yourself for what she did after.
Just took a rest.
You always forget this. Because you don't want to be alone. So you bring Betty back. Again and again. To New York. To Boston. To the house. But always just out of reach. Never quite there. The scent of her. The echo of her. But never really her. And all it does is make you lonelier. But the thing is, Edward, you're never alone.
You have us.
And you'll always have us.
Alright.
Betty's,
So which one's the angel, which one's the devil?
she was never there for you.
Two devils?
Both devils.
Two devils.
Can't lose us.
Devils three-way. Here we go. Just kidding. Please don't have a three-way with your sister and an angel.
I don't think Lissy's our
We
sister.
need to let Betty go now.
Yeah, she was our older sister.
There's not room for all of us in there.
Really?
Yeah.
I couldn't save you, Elizabeth. I'm so sorry.
Maybe that's just a picture of your mom.
Greta Grayson?
Gaynor.
Gaynor.
Oh, Paramore, Lucky Star.
It is as painful to wake from a vision as it is to be born anew.
So we keep having this delusion that Betty, our dead baby sister, is grown and going around the world, and we keep chasing her down.
Seems that way.
Oh man,
Oh boy.
this game's
I have
heavy.
like a fucking plot summary. I feel like I'm losing some things here.
It feels like Alice and the angel are like coping mechanisms. But like, is that an unhealthy coping mechanism?
Definitely.
And also, if this isn't Betty's stuff, whose stuff is it? Did we just pretend
It
that
is
we found
apparently
Betty's stuff?
it is. So I'm looking at the plot. It says it is Betty's stuff, but it's so old now. It's like worn.
But Betty died as a baby. Isn't that what we just said?
Oh wait, it just says the articles turn extremely old. Maybe they were his mom's.
We're gonna look in this mirror right now and we're gonna be a really old man.
Oh shit, maybe. Nope.
Oh no.
Still Egon Spengler. I'm so pretty.
I'm actually kind of surprised by that. Because they said Betty died 30 years ago, didn't they?
They did.
What was that? Oh, mirror. Okay. Sometimes the prompts still appear on screen. And it's just confusing.
Oh.
So, but even if all this is true, what happened to the rest of the people in this damn village?
Let's see, Lissy. Yeah, Lissy is a figment of Edward's imagination. She's been a part of his life since he was 12, and she challenges him to face his fears in the world.
Might be weaned off the stuff.
Boo.
Oh.
Don't lose your taste for tea, old fruit. It keeps you human. We have unfinished business.
We do?
The final piece of the puzzle.
Ruth.
Come on. Let's go back to where it started.
I do appreciate that I can put this growing blob on her face at any time that I want to.
Lissy. Nothing. Alice.
What is it?
No, it's nothing. Lissy.
What?
Forget it.
Forget it.
Such an amazing view, isn't it? And the air.
It is a nice view. Let me check the Wi-Fi.
That sure is something.
Shove.
What did you want to show me?
Come sit down.
Finally. Oh man.
Oh boy.
Where do you want me to sit? Oh, on that rock. Okay.
Oh, so okay, wait, Betty and the Entity are voiced by the same voice actress. Oh, who also voiced Diana Burnwood on Hitman 3, which I just played through recently. That might be why it sounded so familiar.
Oh, okay. Elizabeth may be a spectre, he thinks, but she still has power over me. She's drawn here. Oh. What if he thinks the answer is simple and logical? A conversation in a public place, a name subconsciously registered. Betty.
Find my sister.
Betty.
But Betty's not.
Broken record.
It doesn't make sense.
Gotta be. I'll find the night over. Grab
Some
it.
places have gravity.
What do
Ow.
you say?
Smacked my
Braidwood's
knee on my
gravity
desk, which is
across the
funny.
Atlantic Ocean?
Grow.
Everywhere is gravity.
I'm not saying that. It's rational.
But you believe
Is your knee okay?
don't you?
For
You
now.
were summoned to tell their story.
The letter to Frederick.
The one you found in his safe. From Boston.
For Baston.
May have overheard.
Oh, Lissy's
conversations.
voice actress
Paid no
voices
attention.
Pyra and
Then
Mithra from
stopped.
Super Smash Bros.
Betty.
Ultimate and their characters in Xenoblade
And
Chronicles.
I spun a story around it that
Oh.
put us on this path.
Do you
I've heard of
believe
those.
that? I mean, how often are you around people?
I'm a man of science.
I'm a man of science.
Here we are.
Men of science
Three of
know
us.
some
Is this what you
things to
wanted to show me?
believe.
I wanted to be close to her.
Let's see, what did Edward voice act in? Let's see.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Edward.
You know I don't.
Well, you've been chasing one for
Eduardo
years.
Kun.
That's different.
What about me? Us.
You're not ghosts. You're alive.
What if she was
Yeah.
half dog, half girl?
So what really happened? Ruth?
Wood. It's
What
triggering
really happened to
everybody
Ruth?
that's watching this right now.
She must have been killed, thinks Edward. It can't all have been because of an accident, or so much misery is entropic, he knows. Chance events that cascade into an accidental avalanche that destroys people. I guess, accident.
Yeah.
I believe it was an accident.
How? What happened?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Oh, he also
Alright,
voiced the
she
pit
ran from
announcer
the
in
mine.
Game of Thrones.
And came here.
Ooh.
And then... Was she afraid? What made her run?
She's playing. Death often comes without purpose and intent, he thinks, like a cloud in front of the sun. The girl ran from something, from someone. He still believes this because the alternative.
My first thought was she ran from the mine because she left the doll head behind.
Something spooked her.
I think someone surprised her. Simon or Frederick or a stranger. So she ran here. Why not home? She couldn't go home.
Maybe she was
Or she didn't
abused?
want to. She felt safe.
Oh, maybe.
This was her happy place. And then... If only Ruth had wings.
I guess it
Edward's
wasn't a
voice
safe
actor
space.
Angel.
played a character
She could have flown straight to
on
heaven.
a TV series called Firma, and his character's name was
I
Simon
hope
Balls.
she's at peace. And with God.
Very mature here.
Do you
All right, I
think
gotta
that's
get
why
off
Ruth's
IMDb.
Do you think that's where
Yeah.
everyone's gone? Edward believes he's going to die
Excuse me.
to death, but strange as it may seem, Alice has her own beliefs, and it feels almost cruel to deny her those. Alice is a figment of our imagination. He has no...
He's a man
could-
of science.
He has beliefs that she has her own beliefs. However, she's not real.
She
So
is, yeah.
does she really have her own beliefs?
She is a purple dragon from Disney World, so
He saw into his mother's dead eyes. He saw the gunshot wound in his father's head, and he knew, even then, that heaven was a lie.
They're dead. I don't believe there's anything
God's in
more
his
to
heaven,
it.
all's right in the world.
But there's comfort in oblivion.
Jerking off.
And we won't be alone. We'll never know what happened.
Heaven is a,
We tried our
like
best.
a dirty movie theater that just
Whoa.
opened down the street.
All of them. Maybe that will give them some peace in oblivion.
A shooting
Is
gallery,
that
as
your
they call
book,
it.
Edward? The one you've been wanting to write?
Are we writing
A
a book?
story about people who are isolated. Left behind.
Sure, we are now, I guess.
Is there...
You can give 'em
Is
all
this a
time
game where
frame.
our choices
With
were
no
supposed to
noise,
mean
right?
something, and we just
I
fucked
don't
up?
think so.
Edward,
I don't think so.
is that...
Boat. But how?
Our butt!
Who cares? Let's catch it before it sets out on another adventure.
To adventure! Oh, maybe we'll finish this game in 3 parts.
Understand how this can be.
I think so.
I'm telling you, ghosts. Ghosts took the boat. Ghosts brought it back.
It must have
Uh-oh,
been the
I'm stuck.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, Teddy.
Oh, God. No. Okay, 4 parts.
While the weather's still Wiggle on, old boy. I'm going to say my goodbyes
Well.
to all the things. I don't think we'll be back. Meet you at the house.
No, you won't. I live here now.
Ready ho.
No rush. All day.
No rush.
Oh,
Edward.
there we go.
Oh, phew. Guess we'll take our time.
We live here now. Oh man, this is a heavy boat.
Oh boy. They're
Wait,
gonna
they're
make
taking
Leslie sail us home. My
Let's
imagination
see.
won't get tired.
They say you have to row.
Stroke.
I don't... So, the reason why I'm wondering about if we chose wrong is because their answer to what happened in this village was basically, we don't know. Which, you know, for like a mystery game, is a deeply unsatisfying answer.
Well, our choices mean pretty much nothing from what I'm reading.
Oh, good. Time to draw. Take a rest.
I'm trying to find like a summary of everything that happened so I can just like completely understand.
Well, so I imagine it was a bit of a, like a Civil War kind of situation where something happened to Ruth, and Ruth's family was like, no, that's unacceptable. And then they blamed someone for killing Ruth, and then the villagers started to take sides, and maybe there was some kind of motivation behind Ruth's death, or at least behind like trying to scare her. But I don't know. I mean, if you find something, feel free to to contradict anything that I'm saying. But like, so then the hanged man, did we determine who he was? Because that wasn't Simon. Simon's buried up in the mines.
Boy, guess we'll never have answers. There's a Draugen subreddit with 6 users. Well,
what a really beautiful game with like a little touch in psychology that answers none. I have way more questions than I have answers at this point.
yeah, the dialogue could have been written better. It was kind of cheesy.
This house is starting to grow on me.
Fucking A right, I'm gonna talk to myself again.
Well,
I've been talking to myself this whole time.
So
Come on, Teddy. Pack
it
your
helps.
things. I'll meet you by the boat.
Oh yeah, I guess we gotta
Never sit still.
pack up and go
Don't be a
home.
wet blanket.
Thought she was gonna
Let's
just
make
like go through the window.
Get out of here.
Just jump through.
Let's make like a tree and leaf.
That's about as funny as a screen door in a battleship. It's a submarine, you idiot.
Oh my god, my cat is a nightmare. Love him though.
All cats are nightmares.
Let me eat those words.
I don't know if it means anything, but it appears that Edward has a cut on his lip. Just for anybody that's like really pondering the deeper meaning behind this game, maybe that is a clue. Pretty. Okay. Chew the butt. I guess that's probably gonna be it. That mirror prompt keeps showing up on my screen when I'm not looking at the mirror, and it's really throwing me off.
Yeah.
Oh, Lizzie. Oh, man.
I'm gonna spin into a ball, roll down this hill, Lizzie. Oh, okay.
Lizzie.
Thank you for that.
Oh, we learned how to teleport.
Yeah, we finally learned her ancient techniques. She's been honing for 30
Let's
years.
go. Row, Teddy, row.
I got a row? I thought you would do it for a while.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of bullshit.
The sexism will not stand.
The toxic masculinity leaks out into every reach of the world.
Yeah, I'm doing my part to destroy toxic masculinity by not being
The water's still cold.
stereotypically
It's a fjord,
masculine.
Lizzie.
You row.
And it's almost winter.
There'll
It's a
be snow when
fjord.
we get back to Hanover.
It is a fjord. I mean, my
Don't like it,
fjords.
sell it and get a
It's
Toyota.
going to be all right, Edward.
I think so.
I'm more of a Democrat, Lissy, but we'll see. Let's see what's behind us. Speak. Is it a Draugen?
It's Betty. Is she humming?
She is. I think she's gonna start singing the theme song.
The Draugen Waltz. Or whatever it was called. Goodbye to all the things is the achievement we just got.
Oh.
I mean, it's a very pretty game. I expected more.
I did too. Overall, I will say not a fan.
Like they were going in a good direction. The art style is really nice, but I don't know. I feel sort of really unsatisfied.
All right, here's an idea. Anyone who watched this and feels like taking the time, in the comments, we'll just come up with our own answers for what happened to everything, and it'll be canon.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that sounds good.
Ruth was playing by the cliffside when all of a sudden a meteor hit her in the left side of her head, which gave her superpowers, but she never found out about them because then she died.
Hold on a second. Art. Hans Christian Andersen. The guy who thought that the Little Mermaid story was a good idea. It's probably spelled different, but
It is.
funny that he has the same name. Yeah, I mean, it was fine. Thinking back, when you explained how the team was planning to have like survival elements, but then cut them out.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wish they left them in at this point.
Yeah.
Like
This was quite a walking simulator.
a walking simulator of a game is fine as long as the story is good and it's got a good resolution, but I just feel like they got to a certain point, they just fucking, well, I don't know how to end it, so let's say we don't know how it ends, and then that'll be the ending.
And I get they're having like, yeah, we don't really know what happened, and like Edward's gonna write about it, but we don't get to read his book.
Yeah, when is he?
I don't know.
When is this fake person who's having delusions gonna publish his book from the video game world in the 1920s?
Fred proud. Make us proud.
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't recommend it. Although, I guess now that we've played it, anybody that was watching for these 3 parts, you don't have to. I do appreciate... the one thing I do appreciate, as far as walking simulators go, is it like, filled the space between, like, talking points. Shanae and I were playing a game called Everyone's Gone to the Rapture or something like that. And it was a walking simulator, and it was basically just go to this point, go to that point, go to this point, go to that point, and at the points they would talk, but I don't think there was a sprint in that game. The points were spaced out, and it was all just really irritating, and I was like, this, like, even if it was a good story, I wouldn't want to do it, but the fact that it was so spaced out and there's nothing in between, it lost me completely. I feel like this did a better job of that, at the very least, even if I wasn't, even if I'm not happy with the way that it ended. And the way that it
will return.
Will return in Draugen 2.
The search for a conclusion.
Draugen Boogaloo. Search for conclusion.
Dragoogaloo.
Dragoogaloo.
Electric Dragoogaloo. Alright. Well, let us know in the comments what walking simulator we should play next.
Yeah. Oh, is there more?
I think we're just hanging out.
Like God on the public transportation.
Yeah.
I mean, if God was letting it all hang out on a public bus, are you gonna tell him to put it away? I didn't think so.
No. Yeah.